What is going on, everybody? Hold on. Okay. Got something going on here. Hold on. Bear with me just a moment while we open up the sound settings. And it's a minor thing today, so I just need to, this needs to be from default into game. There it is. Much better. Welcome everybody to what I hope is going to be the finale for Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. It has been a long road. This is episode 204. Now, of course, most of the episodes were 30-minute clips of me going through the game. But yeah, we are now... there's nothing left. This guy, I don't know. We talked about this with the last episode, 203. But last steps is launch the final assault on the Threshold Fortress. That's where we're at. So, and this is a broken quest, so screw it. And so is that. So, and this one, I'm hoping that we find him at Threshold. Otherwise, I don't know. Screw it. I'm over it. This has been a wild ride, and hopefully we will see the culmination of it tonight. Now, really quickly, we have to enter Threshold between the 16th and the 21st. It is currently the 5th. But I wanted to give myself a little bit of leeway. We can get down there and we can rest and wait time and do all that crap. But I wanted to make sure that we had plenty of time. And how do I know it was the 5th? Because if we come here to the load game, you can see the 5th of 𝐂𝐻𝐿. So we're in the right month. We just got about a week or so. And that will be that. All of our peoples have been leveled up except for Staunton. We broke him. Yeah, that's the problem with mods sometimes. And so he's the only one that I can't level up. So I can't fix them. I've tried. Everyone else is fully leveled and is equipped as they're going to be. Most of, and all I know is that I was told, make sure that every companion is equipped and leveled before you go into Threshold. That's what I did. So I went through, found the best armor that we could put on people. You know, like 𝐂𝐻𝐿, I leveled him up just as 20 levels of fighter. I never figured out what I wanted to do with him. We are not running, we're running our normal companions into Threshold at the start. I don't know what's going to, I don't know if we're going to be forced to swap people in and out. So I did my best to make sure that he's a total badass. I mean, he's got 6 attacks with his scimitars. And so, yeah, I mean, okay, maybe not a total badass, but he's got a legit armor class 38. He's got 2 great swords that he can hit a whole hell of a lot of times with. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Let's get to it. Mr. Faentur, I understand going to get dinner. Thank you for jumping in, and I'm sure we will catch you as soon as you get back. This is the team. This is the final team that we're running with. Let's do this. I've been waiting for this day that we can finally finish Pathfinder. It's been a hell of a run. Now we may... What's going on with the Crusade? Hold on. What do we have here? Oh, it's just... Yeah. All this stuff here. Everything here. I have researched every of the weapons that we picked up. These are all just repeatables. So I'm not worried about any of it. I just want to make sure that nothing else popped up. Our morale is horrible right now because we have kicked the crap out of demons so bad, there are none on the map. So our morale is actually going down because we haven't been doing the Banner of Victories or the Banner of Conquest. Because we've already captured all the demon forts months and months and months ago. And the only reason my morale has stayed up is that I've been picking some of the repeatables that give a boost to morale. But yeah, we are, and our armies, oh my God, really quickly. The hammer is at level 17, rocking 15 Ravener dragons and a crap ton of other undead in there. The Misfits actually came out really, really well. And as you can see, they are pretty much running all undead too. There's a few Hell Knights, some Rangers, and some Champions. But for the most part, yeah. So our armies turned out really, really good. And they did a fantastic job. So let's get out of here. And I want to teleport to all the way down here, because there's the hammer. And oh, where'd it go? I lost it. Oh, there it is, threshold. So we can teleport to the Castle of Desires, I believe. Why won't it let me do it? What do you mean unavailable? Oh, because I'm on the wrong. There we go. Gotta be on our team. Okay. Castle of Desires. Yep. So that puts us there. It is the 5th of Gozran. We cannot enter until the 16th. So we are going to come down here. We're going to close that. And then we're going to skip some days here. And I think I actually wanted to enter on the 17th, just to make sure that... What was that jump? What was that? Oh, another little demon army appeared. That's fine. They'll run into the hammer here. Or will they? Oh yeah, there's the hammer. So that's the 11th. Here comes the 12th. You guys get to see one more battle. Woohoo! Not that it's much of a battle ever anymore. So I'm not even going to screw around with this. We're just going to do Firestorm and light these guys up. Like I said, not much of a battle anymore. All right, back over to us. Skip a day. Skip a day. Skip a day. And what I'm going to do is I'll get to the 16th, and then we'll actually do a rest. And let's see, he's plus 20. Who are we missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Okay. Actually, let's come here. Let's put us there. Come up here to camouflage. That should be a Rochelet. Come down here to Night Watch. And I guess the Night Watch is only a DC 10. Yeah, but we don't want to put him in at a -2. Maybe that's why I had that the way I did. Let's put him there. There, I can go in as a +9 for a DC 10. Yeah, that'll be fine. And let's make sure that we are making the absolute best sandwich or whatever. +4 bonus to all ability scores for a day. God. That's HP. The Lucky Sandwich gives us a +5 cooking bonus on all skill checks for the day. Additionally, while the bonus lasts, whenever you have to pass skill checks, you roll the dice twice and choose the better result. I think Lucky Sandwich is actually what we want to make. So we'll say okay. And here we go. All right, they do their little talkie-talkie. All right, continue. It is now the 16th of 𝐂𝐻𝐿𝐿, and it is midday. So we are going to head on in. I know, it's exciting, isn't it? Let me jump back over here and make sure. There we go. Okay. So we are going to drop a save right here. And here we go. Woohoo, so excited.
After breaking the blockade of the demon armies and defeating Discari, the Crusade forces close in on the Threshold Fortress. The place where 100 years ago, the first rift between the planes was opened. The place where this story will end.
Yes! Oh, shit. Getting closer, let them come. Ah, 𝐂𝐻𝐿𝐴. Yeah, we whooped his ass several times. Well, his army's asses. I think 3 or 4 times he tried pitting big armies against us. We'll be flayed and hang next to the pathetic holy rag. All right. Let's start with this. All right. Drop a save. And hopefully for the last time, I will say, get on the damn horse. Okay. So there are 2 boss fights that we're going to be dealing with during Threshold. Plus, we're probably going to be talking to 𝐂𝐻𝐿𝐴 and Arilu. We're just going to have to see how it goes, but let's do this. Oh, are these? Oh, sick. Okay, he's on the horse. So at least we got some Hell Knights ahead. That was weird. Oh, my camera froze. Hold on. Oh, God. When? I don't know. But hey, the camera's working again, so. Okay. Let's turn the game down just a hair. You guys can still hear the game. All right. I don't know what that weird glitch in the Matrix was, but we're back. Oh, okay. I want to make sure a couple things really quick. Okay, we do not want this in. Well, no, she can have it there. Let's see how many we have. We have 4. We have this one plus 3 more. That's all I was worried about. Because I believe we only need. Let's see. We have 3 fresh 𝐿𝐴 crystals. In our inventory, we also have the dagger. So that's 4. And we need 6. So that's just want to make sure everything's ready to go. Let's do this. No, 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 no. Do not chase them. stay as a group, please. It's like herding cats, I swear to God. All right, everyone hold, please. Thank you. Now go. Oh, that didn't work out very well, did it? No, come back. God. Is that the, where'd they go? Oh, it is Chief Sull and all of them and all the mongrels. Okay, what the hell am I fighting? Okay, just a regular old beastie. All right. Let's throw that out there. What am I casting? All right, Scorching Ray. What are you casting? No. Let's have you cast. We want to save the best spells, obviously. Let's go Lightning Storm. Ah, took down the horse. Everyone go. There we go. Ember, where are you going? Stop running away, you little shits. Oh my God. Come back. All right, while we're waiting, let's drop this. Negative Ghost Rider. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Select everyone. Control A. What? I can't pick anyone? There we go. Okay. Let's find that and go here. There we go. All right. Make sure we didn't miss anyone or anything. I doubt it very seriously, but longsword +1. Thanks. Made it all the way, a couple hundred hours of gameplay, and in the end zone, you give me a longsword +1. What? Was that the storyteller? It is. Sarkorian Slayers, Rangers, Druids. and the storyteller. Sick.
There was a flaw in our tactics.
Negative. We got everyone except Regil. Oh, I'm almost dead. It's just a Baylor. I can't pick anyone else? What the hell's going on here? There we go. Okay, let's post here. There we go. Do, do, do. God bless America. Okay. Everyone gather up. There we go. Let's throw some heals down. Oh, because they fell, they're not going to get healed anymore.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Nice. Let's drop it again. Look at all the bonus hit points. We'll take it. Okay. It's okay. Maybe not all garbage, but oh yeah, it's pretty much all garbage. Hey, Mr. Barbarian, how you doing, buddy? All right. There's the story. Let's see if he has anything to say. Nope. Go forth and remember, history's being made here this day. Sweet. Oh, let's get back on the horse. Drop a save. Vile Devastator. And then a bunch of swarms. Okay, so. Girl, I want you to hit as absolutely hard as you can. Yep. And now we'll hold off on that. Let's come here, do chain lightning. For me, and we only got 3 left. I want to hold off on that. Oh, some fully maximized, empowered, and bolstered magic missile. Oh God, we only have 1 left. All right, some scorching ray then. Select everyone, and actually I want you to do a charge. Cannot. Because, oh, you're just too far away. So let's let them get a little bit closer. Okay. Now I want you to charge. Rigel, charge. And then everyone else, go. Oh, he did not like that. Hopefully 𝐿𝐼𝐸 made it. All right, let's select everyone. Yep, 𝐿𝐼𝐸 made it. And there she is. Drop a save. That's the big bad right there. Not Midnight Bolt big bad, but yeah. Okay, charge here. Charge here. Go. Where you going? Damn it.
Once.
Looks like we're gonna have to do this fight again, boys. Yeah.
Is all of this blood mine? Never thought I had that much.
Yep, there it is. Okay. So, oh, you know what we can do? Let's come down here. Ah, damn it. Damn it. I got Darren. Okay. Load. Yep. Okay.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
All right. Yep. Yep. Okay, short buff applied. Nope.
This way.
Storm bolts, not what I wanted. That's for damn sure. Need to turn it off on him. Come on. I can't pick him right now. There we go. All right, yeah, Stormbolt's not gonna work. Hmm? Did we get the big bad? It looks like we did. I think that's him lying right here. Shit. Not working.
All I see is blackness.
I don't know that that spell works like the way it's supposed to. All right, Storm Bolts was definitely the wrong way to go there because it's centered on the caster. And that's... it's no good until the enemy gets up there, and by then they've burned through half of their crap. So, let's come back down here. Okay, pause the game.
Rules are made to be broken.
And we're going to go with... see, that's healing. Let's go with Jolting Portent. Medium range. No. See, this is 20d6. 3 rays, so each ray does 15d6. Let's do that. Okay.
Foot is restless. I wonder why.
So she can throw Hellfire Ray is really where we want her to be. Roaring Holy Flame. All enemy creatures within the area take 10d6 points of fire damage, 10d6 points of holy damage. Creatures that fail their reflex save catch on fire. Let's do it. There we go. And then for us, we'll do Chain Lightning. Got our short buff going. And select everyone. Have everyone come back over here. There we go. Damn it, Rachel. See, look, if he had stayed there, he'd be alive. Rachel, you suck. Come on, pick everyone, please. Did they freaking change something in the damn game? Why won't it let me pick everybody? We're just gonna stand here and die? There we go. Oh my god, he healed. Come on, get him. Come on, get him. No. No, no, get him. Get him. Kill him. Cast it. Yes. Woohoo. There we go. All right, everyone, there's an enemy right there. Everyone come over here, please. Thank you. Okay, everyone's up barely.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
All right, that ain't gonna be enough. Ooh-wee. Welcome back, Mr. Faentur. Yes, he healed like full to full. Ugh. Okay, but everyone's up. Get on the horse. Luckily, the horse is the real tank in this situation. We do have. What are they suffering from? Negative levels. Okay. Let's do some greater restoration. Okay. Where do cats write notes? Scratch paper is worth it. Nice, okay. The horse. Okay. And a Ruchelet. Okay. So, let us go here. Short buff again. Yeah.
A dear guest on my doorstep. Please do come in. You have been long awaited.
You have a dumb cat, never writes anything? Yeah. Okay. So, I can feel the madness radiating from you, Arilu. What has changed since last time we met?
Nothing at all.
The witch answers, glaring at you with her glowing crimson eyes. Let's talk. We don't have to resolve everything with bloodshed.
We will talk. I promise. But not here.
Okay.
The path to your souls and the world wound's healing demands my death. The accursed threshold prison where everything began must be where everything comes to an end. So I invite you in once again. Cross this threshold. I'll be waiting for you in the heart of the fortress, in the place where the wound was opened.
All right. Woo. We got our banner. Oh, wait a minute. Can we rest? I'm not even going to pick that crap up. Oh. How did you end up in the thick of battle?
The storyteller smiles softly. This is not my first battle, Commander. I know how to defend myself, and the thunder of a fight has never stopped me from getting into another adventure. I have come to witness great things, and some unsightly demons will not dare to get in my way.
Fair enough. What do you think lies ahead of me? My gift is useless here. The story is yet to be written, and the quill is in your hands.
A blind man is hardly what you will need when storming a fortress. I will stay here, among the soldiers guarding the gates against uninvited guests. If you manage to seize any artifacts whose nature you wish to know, bring them to me and I'll read their stories.
Fair enough. All right. Who else we got? Hylar, Arsenio. Place has been sanctified. Nice. And then, of course, we have all of our Oh. The artifact, created by years of hard work of the servants of Pelura and the efforts of the finest spellcasters of the Crusade, glows with a mysterious light. The starlit astrolabe seems to be looking forward to the hour when it can release its power and unleash it on the demons. Let's see. Got that. Set up the camp. There's a small desert-like shrine near the entrance to the building you're about to go in. It's to the left of the ramp. Okay, so it's talking about this. Activate it and green lights should show up around you. Okay. I see Squeala. Is Sela here? Did they all come to see what was going on? Elector, Chief Soul, Mongrels.
This way.
All right. So this is camp. Yeah, nothing spectacular to say. Not there. Okay. And not worried about the loot. We already talked to the storyteller. Talked to Arsenio. Demons have completely neglected the fortifications here. They are in complete disarray. However, this plays right into our hands. I fulfill my duty to Abadar, of course. I'm not afraid of chaos, so I go into a world of savagery and grief to bring the light of civilization, law, and order. As before, I can help you cast the necessary spells. If you wish to recuperate, I will make sure that the rest is not disturbed. I need to catch my breath. Yep, might as well.
You were observing me earlier whilst I was practicing with my rapier, Daron. Did you find it a captivating sight?
Oh, indeed. As captivating as a dancing cobra, a rushing avalanche, or a raging thunderstorm. And just as with those natural phenomena, it is important to do two things. Enjoy the view, and keep one's distance.
It's true. All right. There. At least we got our spells back before we can go in. All right. Let's talk to everyone here because this might be the last time we get to talk to them.
Chief, is there any chance, even a tiny one, that we can just call this whole thing off now and go home? Before, I would have just made a run for it, but I can't do that now. Something is holding me back, and I really don't like the thought of leaving you high and dry. See what you turned me into?
Have I turned you into a hero, maybe?
If you want to send me to the front line, I ain't going, so don't even try that hero stuff on me. I'm gonna fight because I don't want to die. And because we're kind of friends now. And don't you go getting yourself killed either. I can't stand being sad, so just don't do that to me.
Pull yourself together. This could be the most important day of your life.
Maybe for you it is. You're the Crusade commander and all that. But for me, today's just one big mess I managed to get myself into. My life starts after this is over. I just want to make sure I live to see after. And I want you to live to see it too. That reminds me, the Tiefling's merchandise is still at your disposal. So don't be afraid to ask if you find yourself in need of something.
I doubt they have anything, but let's take a look. No, God, no. Look at, oh my God, no. Yeah, sort by price. A sai, an orc double axe, a dueling sword. Now, of course, these are all fantastic, but not for me. Belt of the grants the wearer +4 enhancement bonus to Dex and Con. Whenever the wearer of this belt lands a killing blow, they get a +2 bonus to Dex and Con scores for 3 rounds. Not bad. That would have been nice earlier. Much, much earlier. Okay. Let's sell the bulk shit that we have for 7 and get out of here. Okay. Grey Boar.
Not a bad spot to end this war. Formidable, menacing. It has a certain style about it. Seeing as our contract is coming to an end, Commander, let me just say that you are the most impressive client I've ever had the pleasure to work with. And a highly lucrative pleasure it's been, too.
You don't regret taking me up on my offer?
Of course not. Where else would I have had so many adventures? Besides, it's thanks to you that I've been able to add so many accomplishments to my service record, which will boost my rates in the future. You know, it's jobs like this, the ones that are both fun and pay well, that make me love what I do.
Don't tell me you crawled right into the maw of the abyss for the sake of gold.
Well, it sure wasn't in the name of 𝐿𝐿𝐼. Of course, money's not the be-all and end-all. You dimwits need someone with a clear head on your side, someone to watch your back. I know how you hero types love sacrificing yourselves at the drop of a hat.
Time is money. We shouldn't squander it.
Now you're talking. Why don't you show me who it is we need to kill to win this war? A 𝐿𝐿𝐼? I'll wish that lady sweet dreams with unalloyed pleasure.
All right, Camellia.
So this is it then. The final push. The last battle where the great heroes will vanquish a 𝐿𝐿𝐼 and close the world wound, ridding Golarion of a deadly threat. That is how the chronicles will tell it, I'm sure. You know very well, my friend, that this was never my war. I was merely following the person who offered me protection. I could not have cared less where you led me. And I still do not care about the cause for which we are fighting. I probably ought to have cast you off, rather than lay my head on the chopping block alongside yours. But I've grown attached to you now. I don't like the idea of you perishing in this place. That is why I shall help you win.
All right, together we will win.
Rush headlong into battle, come what may. I approve of this plan.
All right, we're holding off on Ember. We want to talk to all the secondary companions.
I am calculating the likelihood of your victory. Taking into consideration the fortifications of Threshold, the long period it has been under demon control, and a 𝐿𝐿𝐼 who is personally overseeing the defense, I would give the Crusaders a 30% chance of success at most.
It's 100%. I save scum.
Of course, the presence of an illustrious scholar of Golarion in your ranks, meaning me, immediately increases your chances by 5%.
Are you afraid?
Fear is an unproductive emotion that typically gets in the way of a good experiment. And I've never indicated that I do not support my loyal follower in his battle against the demons. I simply calculated your chances of success.
Whatever the chances, we're not backing down.
If you win, I'll make sure to mention you in my encyclopedia. Aha! With that as an incentive, your chances have increased by 5%. Consider this my contribution to your victory.
Because that's all you're going to be contributing anyway. All right, we got Darren, Regil, Lan, Arushale. So we have Squeala, but no Seela. All right, let's talk to Miss Ember.
This is it. The last fortress. It's been a long road from the river city to here. We walked and walked and walked along the road. And suddenly, there's no more road.
Are you ready?
Nobody is ready. It will be scary, very scary. In the last fortress, all the lies will end, and the truth will rise. It's scary, but it's good.
What are you talking about?
Nobody knows what will happen next. People are afraid of the future, so that's why they make it up. They lie to themselves so it's not so scary. They convince themselves and others of the things they make up. But one day the future will come. The story ends, for better or worse. When everything's already happened, there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. And there's no reason to lie.
What are you gonna do when the war's over?
People used to call me a fool, a vagrant, and a beggar. Now they call me holy. It's so strange, because I'm just an ordinary little girl. But you know what's bad? I can see that some people are afraid of me. And some come to me and ask me if I'll punish other people for them. It's all so silly. It would probably be best if I go away somewhere, to a place where nobody knows me. They won't be afraid, they won't revere me, they won't ask me to work miracles. We've been on a long journey together, but it's at an end now. When we win, a new journey will begin.
All right, let's go.
Hear that, Soot? It's time.
Okay, moving on up the Mr. Dayron.
This irksome crusade is drawing to a close. All right. It hasn't been that irksome. All in all, it was a fine adventure. And the company was more than adequate. The most important outcome of today, of course, will be that I shall be immortalized in works of art depicting the 5th Crusade as the most attractive Crusader.
So you're not afraid of the fight ahead. It's only a battle against the worst horrors of the world wound after all.
Perhaps I should reconsider. No. Others can be afraid. But I know who our leader is and what he is capable of. I have never seen you fail to rise to a challenge, no matter how impossible. So leave me and my optimism be. We will win. If anyone should be afraid, it is the wretches inside Threshold.
Who would have thought that Dayron would be the optimist?
And to the victory feast, I trust?
Sure. All right, Regil.
Greetings. Allow me to congratulate you on leading the armies of the 5th Crusade to its decisive confrontation. Excellent. At last, a real achievement and a genuine chance of victory.
It says 0 days without sarcasm. So, yep, that's what my shirt says. Here we are at Threshold. The final battle and the resolution of the world wound problem is at hand. Are you happy?
I suppose I am. Being happy is not in my nature, but for the first time in years, I feel something akin to that emotion. It would be interesting to analyze what I experienced when I saw the criminal 𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐿 defeated, the demons ousted, and the world wound closed at last. It promises to be an exceptional moment.
A rare note of contemplation appears on Regil's voice, or in Regil's voice. It's been an honor.
Thank you for your high estimation of my abilities. Our views on certain matters have not always aligned, but I fully recognize your achievements as a commander and as a comrade.
All right, let's do it.
I am always ready.
I like Regil. Well, all the companions have been fantastic, except Nenio.
You know what's crazy? I never thought this moment would come so soon. It feels like only yesterday we were trying to bring a blazing 𝐂𝐴𝐵𝐿 under control, and now we're standing on the cusp of our last battle. Threshold. This isn't how I imagined it. I thought I'd be running happily toward death and trying to do something particularly heroic so I could go out in style. But now, I'm thinking about how we have to win and go back to Dresden because there's so much work still to do there.
We're definitely not going to die because, well, we'll just reload. I have a good feeling about this.
Me too. You've got a whole army behind you, and we're all ready to win. If we fail now, when we've got this far, then that means the Crusades were always doomed to fail. We've been going easy on these demons for too long, don't you think? It's time to show them one last time what Golarians are capable of.
You know, I still find it funny. You know, my character, who's an Aasimar, which means he has angel blood, running around with angel wings and a halo, but he's a Lich. I just, the juxtaposition is awesome. And at last, a Ruchelet.
There it is. The heart of the wound. The source of all the evil that has been wrought here over the last 100 years. It all began here. And we will end it here. If 𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐿 had never opened the world wound, I would never have ended up on Golarion. I would never have met Desna. Or you. I would never have embarked on the path of good. This invasion has killed so many innocent people, but it has also led to my redemption. It means my freedom has been bought with thousands of innocent lives. But I will do everything in my power to help you close this abomination, so that no one else has to die.
You defeated the abyss within yourself. After such a feat, routing its armies will be a breeze.
I did not do it alone. You have led your army to victory, and me to my dream.
Now you're shouldering the guilt for all the victims of the invasion? Isn't that too much for one Ruchelet to handle?
It's not about guilt. It's just that I am ashamed to take any joy in my freedom, knowing that this terrible war was the cause of it. Everyone would have been better off if the world wound had never been opened. But then I would have remained a monster. Perhaps one day I will atone for all the evil I did. But it took a far greater evil to make my redemption even possible.
What are you gonna do after we win?
I now have a dream of my own. I will pursue it.
Are you ready?
I am ready. Let the abyss tremble in fear.
Hell yeah. All right. Here we go, boys and girls. Into Threshold we go. At the gates of Threshold, the darkness is dense and viscous, like a brew in a cauldron. The darkness seems to devour all light pouring in from outside. But the danger lies not only within. The companions you don't take into the final battle will remain here to guard the approach to Threshold, and they must be ready to fight as well. Hence why I was warned. Enter the fortress. All right, there's our team. Let's do this. I'm just pointing at everyone. Go team. Oh, it was my little pep talk. Fair enough. Okay, let's do this, boys and girls. That's right. Once more into the breach, my friends. Oh, this looks cool, huh? All right. Get on the damn horse. Save again, and here we go. Cutscene already, huh? You hear the sound of laughter, and then the lady in shadow begins to speak. You do not disappoint, my chosen. Your performance has been flawless. I hope you will continue to impress me and that you will do what needs to be done in the end. What do you want from me? Isn't it customary among mortals for a noble lady to bless her knight before the final battle? Well, why can I not do the same? Do you know what lies ahead? Yeah, that's right. Better than anyone, and yet not well enough. You're about to confront the most lethal, powerful, and capable servant I've ever had. She is unmatched in her abilities, but you are her creation, her masterpiece. You are the only one who stands a chance of stopping her. The creation must surpass the creator. Why are you... you were doing perfectly well on your own. Everything is going exactly as I'd hoped. Whatever makes you feel better about yourself, gotta go. In the past, you have rejected my profane gift, but the situation is different now. You face a dangerous enemy, and you will need all the help you can get. So for the first time in many ages of my existence, I will offer my patronage a second time. You spurned me once, but now I will ask you again. If you accept my power, I will protect you during your fight against 𝐿𝐿. If you refuse, you will face her alone and die. What will you choose? Now we're going to consult over here. Let's see here. When you speak, no. Exhaust all dialogue. No, that's for 𝐿𝐿. I guess it doesn't matter. Because it says nothing about it in here. What is a profane gift?
Every succubus can bestow her dark patronage upon whomever she likes. My magic will enter your being and enhance your already exceptional abilities. It will also allow me to watch over you and, if you are in mortal peril, help you. It will not make me your guardian demon, but you can expect to receive some aid from me. Furthermore, there is one more aspect to a profane gift. It allows the succubus to affect the mind of whoever is under her protection. You have proven to be trustworthy, and so I will not exploit this by invading your thoughts. Others, however, will not be so kind to you. If a powerful demoness charms you with her magic and grants you her profane gift, you will become her toy. A mortal can only have the patronage of one succubus, and I would rather give you mine than leave your enemies a chance to cause you harm.
All right, chat. You just heard the same thing that I did. Do we do it or not? I know there's a slight delay, so I will drink something and hit my vape. But yes, do we take the gift? Yeah, you just heard everything. I know nothing else about how this is going to work out. I need you guys to tell me what we're doing. All right, so Marcus thinks that she's going to treat me like a puppet. She's going to shove her hands squarely up my whoop, and make me dance like a monkey. Anyone else want to chime in? Anyone? No? All right, I'm going to tell her I don't need the gift. Is that a monkey barbarian? Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. You will regret your decision. In your moment of defeat, you will remember the victory that could have been yours. Or I just reload back to this point. But your keen insight pleases me. You are defiant, headstrong, and driven, just like me. Why isn't this voiced? I do not yield to the power of others. I refuse to give up my independence, and it seems that you are the same. We have so much in common. Is it possible that you are more deserving of my gift than the obedient servants who subjugate themselves to my will? Yes, I think I will give you my gift after all. I have woven this wreath from the darkest, most insidious shadows of the abyss. Wear it as a sign of my respect. Nocticula falls silent, but you hear a pure, clear voice, the voice of 𝐿𝐿maday. Her words resound in your ears like a roll of thunder. You have made the right choice. Your soul has the strength and fortitude to cast aside the Lady in Shadow's lies. There is hope for you yet. I wish you good fortune, Crusader. Go forth and do what must be done. I must look at what this thing that she just gave me is. Date. This headband of perfection +8 allows its wearer to add their charisma bonus to all damage dealt by ranged weapons. Not really something that a magic user needs anyway. Yeah, Barbarian says don't do it. But ranged weapons, huh? Usually, what are you wearing? She's wearing a headband of mental perfection +6, right? So this is a +8, so she'd get a +2 to her intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. And she adds her charisma bonus to all damage dealt by ranged weapons. Hell yeah. That we will do. Still love her in the goggles. Yeah, that's great. All right. Quick save again. Shoots me in the back. Yeah, that's about right. Don't know why I'm even picking any of this up. I mean, I'll look, but honestly, there's nothing here that we need. Let me drop a hard save right here. I mean, not that we're having issues with quick saves, but sometimes it's just nice to have a hard save. That's how these fights are supposed to happen.
I sense something. I finished here. Is there more?
Okay. Select everyone. There we go. Explosive fervor. Oh no, longsword. Yeah, +1 again. I mean, Ah, a bunch of scimitars plus 4. Okay. That's not the way we're supposed to go.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
Hurt! Everyone stop. Oh shit. No. Oh my god, come on. Point the right fucking direction. Jesus. There. There we go. Okay.
Disappear.
Okay. God, that's fantastic. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Save again.
Trail me. I see blood.
The end. In our tactics.
Oh shit. Yeah, we are hosed. Yeah, I can't even pick myself.
All I see is blackness.
on the damn horse. Hey, Osaka.
To the end.
We're not done with you yet. Get up and fight. Come on. God, these guys are tough as shit. Nope. Oh, that's not level 2. That's how many months he's been a member. Consecutively. Well, it jumps from 2 to 6. Because they don't let me make a marker for every month. So. Okay. These guys. We're going to have to rethink this. I like seeing King's name too. Okay. Let's go with damn it. Come on. No, not what I wanted you to do. I want you...
Surrender or else.
There was a flaw in our tactics.
Why is she using her damn crossbow? This guy, shit, I don't know.
All I see is blackness.
I don't know what we're gonna do with that guy. Because he is whooping our ass. Nothing there. That's it. Stick your head over here. Oh, there's two of them. That's why. Frickin' two of them. Okay. Why not?
This thing refuses to cooperate.
Oh, are you kidding? Wow. We got it this time.
Too late for apologies.
It just fell off the map. Okay. Wow. All right, go be a mod. Thanks for coming by, Osaka. Appreciate it.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Not yet. Why isn't that working? There we go. Okay, save it. No. Select all. There we go. Everyone stop.
I finished here. Is there more?
There's always more, dear. Always more.
This way.
Let me just double check here. Clear through the dungeon as normal. So yeah, we'll see the Echo of Discari, and then we'll run into a Relu. So yeah, we just keep on going. We just keep on keeping on.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Integrity compromise, planar balance factor. Where we go? Displaced. Maintain the structure at any cost. Maintain the structure.
The quivering pile of metal bears little resemblance to a living creature. The voice that addresses you is the only sign of its sentience. Identification process complete. Crusaders recognized. Crusaders are enemies of 𝐿𝐴. Initiating protocol. Communication with a potential ally. Step 1. A request. Crusader, I ask you to attack and kill me.
I ask you to attack and kill me. Who are you?
Name, 𝐂𝐴𝐿𝐴. Creature type, inevitable. Status, prisoner. Objective, termination.
Why do you want me to kill you?
Necessity. My existence sustains the energies and the integrity of the Threshold Fortress. The Threshold Fortress protects 𝐿𝐴. Conclusion, my existence sustains the enemies of order. My existence must be terminated. Obstacle, existing protocols. Self-destruction is prohibited. Self-defense is permitted. If you attack me, you will activate my self-defense protocols. I will defend myself. I will be destroyed in battle. This scenario fulfills the objective, and does not contradict existing protocols.
Fair enough.
Conclusion, the Crusaders need to reach the most secure areas of the Threshold Fortress. My death will cause the collapse of Threshold's defenses. Therefore, the Crusaders must terminate my existence in order to achieve their objective. Risk assessment, my death may cause some of the fortress's exterior structures to collapse. It may become difficult to return to the entrance of the fortress.
I will grant your request. I thank you, ally. It'll be an honor to die in battle. Oh, shit. Whoop some ass, guys. Let's go. Too many misses. Too many misses. We just got teleported. Now we're in a demi-plane. Wonderful. Papers with erratically scribbled calculations and formulas. The words "I promise" are written repeatedly in the margins. A resurrection scroll that has been ripped to pieces. An empty stand that may have once held a large crystal. A simple diagram of a tower next to a quick sketch of a room with a large crystal in the center. Shards of several dozen large diamonds. They appear to have been used in an unsuccessful attempt to cast spells. I do need to heal. Oh, he's blind. Should probably take care of that, huh? I probably need like a remove blindness, not a restoration. There we go. All right.
At first I said, no, I can't. Too dangerous. Well, then I insisted, but I should. I need that to survive. Then I argued, then agreed to do it. Oh, it's so hard to decide whether to have breakfast or not.
It's a good point. Thank you for your vote of confidence, Barbarian. It is always appreciated. Oh, shit. Okay. So we've read everything over here. Okay. Yeah, he's always looking for the double-digit death counter. Are you kidding me?
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
Something about this strange place feels oppressive. The air is still and silent, yet you can hear the distant echoes of words, promises, and battle cries. You strain to hear what's being said, but you can only make out a few words. Finally, cease, sorcerer. I promise, I promise.
Can't be dismissed as a calculation error. You knew failure was a possibility. Then why? Why?
I need answers.
Yes, it's decided. I will tell you the truth before we fight to the death. Would you like to know why I upended your life?
Speak.
This place is my demi-plane. I created it when I was a prisoner in Threshold. I would slip away to conduct my rituals here in secret. This is where I decided to create what mortals would later call the World Wound.
Hey, Russ.
This is where I made all my preparations. Do you understand? Escaping was never my goal. I could have easily disappeared from Threshold. I could have passed through it like water through sand, but that wasn't my goal. Some believe that I brought Sarkoris to ruin out of revenge, and I suppose there is some truth to that. I did have reason for revenge. You've been to the secret part of my laboratory and know what I'm talking about. Or at least you have an inkling.
Yes.
My laboratory. The old house in the middle of nowhere that marked the entrance to my lab. It was the home of 𝐿𝐿 when I was still a mere mortal. I lived there with my son, away from the din of the crowd, and sheltered from the keen gaze of the Sarkorian witch hunters. It was a place where the reality of our world was in close proximity to the abyss. A place where I could study the magic forbidden to all Sarkorians. I thought I had hidden my home well, but I was wrong. They found it. They found us. At that hour, I was there, in the laboratory. That damned laboratory I loved so much. I was absorbed in one of my experiments when the hunters arrived on our doorstep. I was sitting at my desk, recording my observations, thoughts, and calculations, as was my habit. That's when I heard the noise outside. The fight was brief. It barely lasted a moment. By the time I sensed that something was amiss and hurried out to see what was happening, it was too late. All I could do was cradle the body of my dead child and cry after their departing soul. I promise.
Why did they attack your son?
Because they saw him with a scroll that he had secretly borrowed from my supply. He was trying to perform a forbidden ritual. Children, they are always drawn to the unknown. But for the threshold hunters, this child playing with a magical trinket he stole from an adult was just as much of a criminal as the worst demon worshippers.
Nothing can justify the killing of a child.
I am not concerned with whether it was justified or not, or with the application of morality, the law, or the teachings of any god. Look around you. This demi-plane. The first time I escaped from my cell and ran here, I was trying to resurrect my son. I tried many things, but all my efforts were in vain. The soul had already received 𝐸𝐴SMA's judgment and had been sent on the path determined by the gods. Into the abyss.
She went into the abyss to find her son's soul.
And when I realized that, I rebelled. But not against my jailers. Not against those who had murdered my child. Not even against Sarkoris. My uprising was against destiny. Death and the laws that the gods had forced upon our lives. I realized then that I wouldn't be satisfied with simply returning my son to life. I had to shatter this order once and for all, and make it so that neither 𝐸𝐴SMA and her lackeys nor death itself could ever stand between us. Only by stepping beyond the bounds of what had been ordained for mortal kind, by obtaining powers that rivaled the divine, could we become free.
Very compelling, you know.
And with this newfound purpose, I turned myself into a half-demon. Fusing the spiritual essence of the two planes was the only way I could achieve my goal. I let the abyss into my soul, and into this world. I opened the world wound. I danced around 3 demon lords, making them assist me without ever revealing my true intentions. They just believed they were dealing with another power-hungry mortal. But in reality, I was after one thing. I wanted to find what was left of my son's soul and give him a new birth. One that would prevent anything from ever harming him again.
And that's what she put into us, I'm guessing.
And then I found you. I chose you because I felt a faint affinity to you. I thought your soul could accept the remains of my son's soul like the soil takes a seed. I thought I could bring back my child by tethering the mangled remnants of his soul to a pure mortal soul untouched by the abyss.
Hey, Christian.
I thought the power of the Nahindrian crystals would allow me to protect him forever. That I could tear him away from the dominion of mortal nature. But I was mistaken in both assumptions. Now I'm about to face the consequences of my mistake. You will witness them as well.
I'll hit you!
Where are you going, dude?
There was a flaw.
God damn it. I tried. Tried getting over there in time, could not do it. Someone get this thing off of me!
Slice! Behead!
You won't stop us.
Oh my. We just hit Mythic rank 10. That's fantastical. Not going that way. All right,
Let's shake a leg.
no. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's give him... Yeah. And while wielding the weapon which give you weapon focus, you can use dazzling display as a standard action. -5 penalty on your persuasion skill check to intimidate. It's a move action with a -10 penalty, or is it no? All right, save it. Everyone's healed. Everyone's buffed. Don't know why I'm picking all these up. It's not like I'm gonna use them. Yeah, no, I'm screw it. I don't even run around with 30 plus 4 scimitars. Uh-oh, the music changed.
You should not have come here. I, 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐿, the one you call the betrayer, have nothing to offer you but death. 𝐂𝐻𝐸𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐿, I will give you the chance to avenge your death. Rise.
Curse you, mortal scum. You have struck ice into my heart. I will devour your souls to loosen its freezing grip.
Save the last one for me.
All right, B team, here we go. What is he doing here? That's hilarious.
Victory is worth the pain.
That was weird. Oh my god, it shuffled everyone around. Horse is almost dead.
Continue fighting, everyone.
Retreat is not an option.
Yeah, what was it? He's down to 1 health. Oh my god, 1 health. All right, let's heal the horse. All right. This way. Scared the crap out of me. I was ready for it this time. I just did. Thank you, though.
The mortal who ventured recklessly into the abyss has now reached threshold. In Ys, you struck down my creator and master Discari, but if that makes you dismissive of his echo, if you think I do not pose a threat, then you are greatly mistaken.
You didn't want to fight me in the Abyss, so why are you here now?
I was hunting the hand of the Inheritor in the Abyss, not you. And what a good hunt it was. But now things are different. Now you are the prey I covet more than anything else.
Where's Discari? Is he too afraid to fight me personally?
Master is in the Abyss, in his realm. No, he does not wish to meet with you yet. A demon lord cannot afford 2 deaths in succession. It will kill them permanently.
You're just another monster for me to kill.
Just another mortal who thinks he can be something more than food for the forces of the Abyss. He lost to you. He lost. The great Discari himself lost to a mortal. So what happens if I succeed where the great lord failed? If an echo destroys the one its originator could not defeat, who would that make me? What would it prove? I'll risk my life to know. You are not just my enemy, you are my chance. A chance I won't miss.
All right, hold on just a second here, guys. Okay. All right, dear, it is your turn. 1 midnight bolt, please. Stick it in his ass. Did she hit? I don't see it on the ground.
Healing is what I was made for.
Oh shit. Now hold on. Oh, okay. Okay. We weren't supposed to get a crystal from him. So. But I want to see how this compares. It doesn't. What he is carrying is actually better than the scythe than the Echo was using. All right.
I'm trusting you.
There we go. Got everyone selected. And the Echo went down pretty fast. We're supposed to be going that way or this way? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh yeah, Tiger's always in there. Always tearing shit up. He's been the best cat. Oh, shit. Sorry. Clicked off. All right. And this place is tore up.
This is where it happened. It was here that I conducted the ritual, sewing my soul and the essence of the abyss together, feeling the world change around me as every stitch brought Golarion closer to the abyss. And it was here that even though you have no memory of it, I did the same to your soul.
All right, guys, this is the point right here to see whether we actually did this or not.
A researcher must not have any personal feelings for the subjects of their experiments. And yet, I find myself unable to remain completely detached from the world wound. I created it. I allowed it to be. It holds a place in my heart, even if I'm slowly paying for it with my life. A researcher must be particularly resilient in the face of mistakes, incorrect hypotheses, and failed experiments. You are my failed experiment. I think I'll feel some regret for ending your current life, but you can rest assured that such sentiments will not stop me.
First, we're going to do this. We can tell you've been preparing this place for battle.
You're so adept at magic. Of course, I've been preparing for our meeting. And hopefully I've prepared well.
Done all this just to save your child?
Yes. And no. Even if I could have brought back my son, I wouldn't have stopped at that. I wouldn't have been satisfied. Not after what I'd gone through. Not after the things I'd learned. I wanted to become stronger. And I wished the same for my child. I didn't want to be afraid of anything. It wasn't the dogs of Threshold, or even Sarkoris itself, that threatened us. It was the laws of a world governed by death, weakness, and separation. That is why I needed the power of the Nehindrian crystals. I did not wish to merely stave off the agony of the wound. I wanted to tear my son from the grasp of everything that makes us weak and mortal. You have seen a goddess. You have been face to face with demon lords. Were you awed by their greatness? Do you enjoy living in a world where your entire life cycle has been predetermined? Where everything, from your birth to what will happen to your soul after you die, has been decided for you? Or do you find, now that you have experienced the mythic power coursing through your blood, that you prefer to live in a world that you can change? A world that offers you a chance to be anything you want.
I cannot justify your actions, but I understand them.
How strange. You are a kindred spirit. We are so alike. Perhaps the experiment wasn't such a failure in the end. But no. No.
Why do you call me your failed experiment?
When I poured what was left of my son's soul into your soul, I was expecting it to bring him back. They say death and the judgment of Aasimar purges the soul of everything it once was in life. But this cannot be true. I have researched this subject meticulously and have collected enough evidence to prove that supernatural beings born from mortal souls can recall their past. Sometimes partially, sometimes fully. I watched you day and night waiting for it to happen. For your memory to awaken, or your instincts at least. For anything familiar, something I could immediately recognize. I tested you. I asked you questions and... nothing. Nothing.
You merged the remnants of your son's soul with mine, so why do you want to harm me?
If a hypothesis is proven wrong, it needs to be rejected. But the research process does not stop there. That is all I can tell you right now.
You've been carrying the wound in your soul for a long time. Does that mean you'll die soon?
It will kill me eventually, but I still have some time left. Years, or decades perhaps. But it doesn't matter. One of us will die today.
What will happen is if one of us steps into the wound?
The tearing of the soul, followed by a cruel and terrible death. But it will likely be quick.
I have no more questions.
And it's finally time to end all this.
Stop. The wound may be killing our souls, but we can find a way to solve this without bloodshed.
Asking me to stop is like asking a river not to flow, or a volcano not to erupt. Death is not the end. I have spent 100 years trying to prove it, and I will not stop now. This experiment
just kill her
was
already.
Successful, but that just means I need to adjust the initial conditions and try again. I am still alive. I still have time. You, the current you, will have to die, but only to surrender the soul you share with my son. I will start over. This time I will do everything differently. I will work with even greater precision. I will turn the world upside down if I must. I promise.
I don't know if we did it or not. Shit, I have no more.
I never thought that I would be responsible for the creation of my most powerful enemy.
I can see you, Suture. Show yourself.
I've been waiting for you to get distracted so I can stab you in the back.
They're designed to kill you if something goes wrong. You've been preparing for this outcome from the start, am I right? No. There. That's the one we want.
I would be overjoyed to discover that I am wrong. I tried to hope, even though there was no hope left. But wait, why do you care? Why are you trying to change my mind?
I am myself. I am my own person, not your resurrected child. Yet I still feel a connection to you.
A connection. A spiritual kinship. That is so...
Wah, 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 wah.
But what makes you think I will listen to your arguments? I have gone too far to turn back. I must walk the path I have chosen.
I know you're not as mad or as fixated on your goal as you'd like others to believe, or for that matter, as you'd like to believe. I know that you care for the Suture. Your ridiculous minion means something to you. You were concerned about him.
Says
You think I'm wrong about you? Why? We are not talking about numbers, equations, and magical reactions. This is about the soul. About whether or not you have what I lost.
Remember when you sent the suture to give me the crossbow loaded with the midnight bolt and Canabras? I knew nothing of your plans, yet I was already felt instinctually that the weapon was meant to be mine.
Yes, I remember. I wanted to check, to see for certain if it would awaken your instincts. I was so full of hope that day.
You came to me described as 𝐠𝐴𝐵𝐿 and asked me difficult questions, but I know that I answered them correctly, the way that you had hoped.
Yes, I was disguised as 𝐠𝐴𝐵𝐿. This was our first conversation, face to face. I was desperate. I needed to know who you were, to understand what you were. I wanted to find out if there was anything about you I recognized.
In Nocticula's palace, you offered me power, but I was more interested in discovering the truth.
You hungered for knowledge. You desired the truth more than anything else.
As you're talking, something changes almost imperceptibly in Arilu's gaze and posture. She listens to you more attentively, sometimes with a slight frown, and at other times with an expression that could almost be mistaken for curiosity. When we spoke together in the secret part of your laboratory, you asked me quite a few questions. It was like you were testing me. So, did I pass?
Yes. I wanted to see if something would stir within you when you met my son's murderer, and when you encountered the one who betrayed me. But it doesn't matter. I asked questions, you answered them, and I thought I could hear the echoes of the past in your voice.
I used the summoning circle to defeat the monsters in your laboratory.
And the vial of summoning formula. The same formula my son borrowed for his own experiments. He always loved summoning. Always. That's enough. I can see now. It was naive of me to think I could just revive my son the way he was before his death. But there is so much of him in you. So much of me. I can't think of you as anything but my child. I have wandered in the dark for so long. But now I finally see clearly. I know how my path must end. The wound still erodes your soul, as it does mine. Let me put an end to my creation. Let me step into the flames and perish, so that I can heal you.
I'm sure there's another answer, just hear me out. If we work together, we might be able to find another way to close the wound.
All these years, I've been playing a game with mortals and forces beyond mortal comprehension. But now I am a pawn in your game. I do not know your next move. I can't even imagine what plan you have in mind. So explain it to me. One step at a time.
Here is where we kick her right into the wound, right? And just totally like, for Sparta! Pow! And just kick her right in there, right? No. Okay, we're not doing that. I have deciphered your notes in the Lexicon of Paradox and know that this mystical power is supposed to protect both of us from death. But the power has its limits. Do you think we've already reached them? Thank you.
I see I was right to leave the lexicon in a place where you could find it. Yes, that is correct. We've reached the limits of our power. I did so long ago, and you've realized your full potential only recently. Mythic power cannot be made any stronger. At least, I have not been able to do so successfully. That means we are now living on borrowed time, counting down the days until we die from the wound's influence.
We received our mythic power from the Nahindrian crystals, but the crystals mined in the depths of the Midnight Isles are not the only ones that exist. The freshly shed blood of a demon lord wounded by a midnight bolt will also form into a crystal. Have you tried extracting mythic power from the crystals created in that way?
No, I have not. I haven't had the chance. It was in Canabras that I had my first chance to test the improved version of the Midnight Bolts against the demon lord 𝐠𝐴𝐵𝐿. The crystal dagger you found in Canabras was the first Nahindrian crystal that was procured in such a fashion. I gather that you know more about them than I do.
I do, bitch, and it didn't take me 100 years. I've studied the notes and papers that I found hidden in a secret part of your laboratory. You believe that the world wound works both ways, that it has the same impact on the adjacent areas of the abyss as it does on the lands of Golarion.
Yes, I am sure that is the case. I have evidence from my experiments. The wound affects the material plane, poisoning it with the corruption of the abyss. But it also affects the abyss, bringing in a small amount of order and harmony from the material plane. The only reason it is not as apparent in the abyss is the presence of the demon lords. They hold near infinite power over their realms, and their existence staves off the wound's influence.
The Sword of Valor changed when it came into contact with me, and I believe that's a sign. The same relic changed under 𝐼𝐸's influence when she was on the path to godhood. It's as if the sword could foresee her ascension.
Yes, indeed. The Sword of Valor was 𝐼𝐸's banner before she passed the test of the Starstone and ascended to heaven. I've never studied the Sword of Valor. Perhaps I should have. It is a truly fascinating artifact, and the way it interacts with you is incredible. Could it have picked up the early signs of your nascent divinity? I do not know.
Now let's put it all together. It's fair to assume that mythic power has a limit, but there's always a way to push the boundaries of what's possible. And we have a way to do that through the power of a 𝐻𝐻𝐵𝐿 crystal. But it can't just be any 𝐻𝐻𝐵𝐿 crystal. It must be a crystal created from the blood of a recently slain demon lord. And that demon lord's realm needs to be in contact with the world wound.
It's unpredictable and dangerous, but all bold plans carry risk. What you propose might work. Whoever absorbs the power of a newly killed demon lord will inherit their realm in the abyss. If we throw in a connection to the wound, we will end up with something unique. You will have the power of a demigod and an abyssal realm that changes at your whim. Yes, your plan might work. I see no reason we shouldn't at least try. But how? There are only 3 demon lords whose realms are tied to the wound: Baphomet, Discari, and Nocticula. I doubt we'd be able to carry out a cunning murder of the Lady of Cunning and Murder. As for Baphomet and Discari, after the lessons you've taught them, they will never risk another engagement. They'll engage in clever maneuvers. They'll hide, but they won't face you in battle.
I learned a secret from 𝐻𝐻𝐵𝐿. The archpriest of a demon lord can summon their master in a moment of danger, and they are bound to appear. We could lure out Baphomet and Discari.
They are bound to appear? I didn't know that. No wonder demon lords are so careful about choosing archpriests.
The echo of Discari is dead. You were once second to him within the hierarchy. That means you are now the archpriestess of Discari.
Correct. And the Locust Lord still hasn't deprived me of his favor. He should have done that a long, long time ago.
You were the second to 𝐻𝐻𝐵𝐿, but now she is dead. That makes you the new archpriestess of Baphomet.
Yes, it is true. Baphomet outsmarted himself when he granted me power and patronage behind Discari's back.
Both Baphomet and Discari were killed recently. They returned to life, but now they are in their mortal forms. If we can fight and kill them again, their realms will no longer be under their power and influence.
And I could summon them. No, it's still too much of a risk. The world wound is more than a rift. It has a life of its own. To accomplish the plan you have conceived, we would need to channel an immense current of power through it, all the way to the realms of the demon lords. It would be 100 times more difficult than simply closing the wound.
I've studied the records kept by the stargazers of Pelura, and I know that there are certain days when the influence of the wound is at its strongest.
It's remarkable that the worshippers of Pelura were able to discern this. Yes, you are correct. Such days do exist, but they occur very rarely, only once or twice a century at most.
Today is one such day. I made sure to arrive at Threshold at precisely the right time.
I can't run the full calculations right now, but I think you're right. This is the day when the wound is most malleable. We could shape it as easily as a master potter molds soft clay.
So what are you waiting for? Summon Baphomet and Discari. The time has come for mortals to challenge the lords of the abyss, and we will surpass them in every way.
I have one final question for you. Do you have a new Nahindrian crystal in your possession? Without one, this whole plan is doomed. Unless, of course, you happen to have a midnight bolt. If so, we can procure a crystal right now.
I have a midnight bolt right here.
Then let us begin. I do love interesting challenges.
From the get-go, guys, this is not something that you would normally see. If you were just playing the game and not paying very precise attention to things, you would never ever see this. This is the secret ending.
Discari, Lord of the Locust Host, 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 calls to you, as I once called before from within these very walls. I am the first of your servants, and I summon you. Come, Baphomet, Lord of Beasts and Labyrinths, heed the voice of 𝐿𝐿𝐿 the Witch. You accepted me into the ranks of your servants, and I summon you now as the first among them. Come, 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 come.
How curious. The gnats have decided to set a trap for me. You have spun out your betrayal like an intricate web, but it will take more than that to bring down the hunger of the abyss.
First, my daughter failed me, and now my chosen mortal favorite does the same. 𝐿𝐿𝐿, do you not see that this alliance with your mortal creation will give you nothing? You could have served the greatest of masters, yet you chose to be the puppet of your own creation.
Enough, Baphomet! You are wasting your time on words when the time for words has long passed. We shall fight those who have challenged us and obliterate them. Discari has spoken.
Both of you pose a threat to the Golarion, and therefore, you must die.
You are correct. I am a threat. And once I'm finished with you, my scythe will sweep across your world, starting with the allies you've brought here.
Well, they are demon lords, so yeah, I imagine they probably would be full of themselves.
You believe yourselves to be our masters. You think you will be our doom. But you've never been anything more than a source of power. We will drain this source to the last drop.
And everyone is fucking toast. Oh my god. All right.
I will resist.
There's one. Got it. Okay. 𝐿𝐿𝐿, you got this, girl. Got it. There it is. Okay. We just need to get over there. God, everyone is fucking dead. God, who's still alive? Oh, Rochelet with 4 hit points. The temporary deaths of the Abyssal Lords were nothing compared to their final defeat. The last moments of Discari and Baphomet seemed to shake the world around you. A surge of power causes the ground to quake, and the chasm leading to the Abyssal Realm creaks and groans.
It is done. The road to greatness lies ahead. All that remains is for you to use a crystal.
I authorized some studies to be conducted on the 𝐻𝐸𝐴𝐻𝐸𝐴 crystals. The research showed that newly created 𝐻𝐸𝐴𝐻𝐸𝐴 crystals can interact with one another. If you have 5 of them, you can merge them together into one immensely powerful crystal. What do you think would happen if I used a crystal like that?
I can only guess. The regular crystals allowed you to impart some of your power to your followers, those whose souls were closely tied to yours. It is likely that an improved crystal would let you endow your companions with a small amount of the demigod-like power you are about to receive.
I managed to acquire 6 crystals. I will share them with my companions and give the last one to you, Arilu. All of us will venture into eternity together.
Ascend together? And live without fear of gods or demons, exploring the infinite world. You truly want this. I can't believe it. But I will grant you your wish.
With a wave of her hand, Arilu makes a string of 𝐻𝐸𝐴𝐻𝐸𝐴 crystals levitate before her. Another gesture, and several of them burst into a swirling whirlwind of pure power. Their essences merge into a single vortex that flows towards you, into you, infusing you with power.
For just a moment, you feel as though you are something more than what you are. You are no longer a single person, you are the rift between the worlds. You are the order of the material plane, and the chaos of the abyss. You are the beginning and the end of a century-long tangle of destinies and great deeds. You are power, but you are more than just power.
Fuck yeah. Achievement unlocked. Ascension. Is this not voiced? That is a damn shame. Life and death, destiny and great deeds, answers to mysteries, the search for one's true path. The mind can comprehend all of these. And then, such concepts can be written down as a sequence of formulas, a series of lines, a chain of thought. Still, a moment always comes when it's time to wrap up, to reach a conclusion, to put a period at the end of the last sentence. On the day of the great battle at the Threshold Fortress, a new name joined the divine pantheon of Golarion. Contrary to the laws of creation and the limitations imposed upon mortal kind, the individual once known as the commander of the 5th Crusade attained greatness, power, and immortality. This new power was likewise assumed by both the commander's loyal companions and the writer of these words. We all received might comparable to that of the heralds of demigods. Like blots of rust, the abyss was disfigured by the growing borders of the land of death and decay, as the former realms of Baphomet and Discari became the commander's realm. The commander's story became legend, one that was spread far and wide in the songs of bards. The tale fell upon the ears of many, those eager to convert to the new faith, and those who nursed the ambitions of replicating the commander's achievement. It was no exaggeration then to declare that the commander's ascension on that day changed the world forevermore. The former lands of the World Wound became a realm of death. The dark towers of 𝐸 enticed many who yearned for a taste of forbidden knowledge. Undead legions safeguarded the necromancers who spat on Pharasma's taboo as they delved into the mysteries of death. Each of them sought to follow in the commander's footsteps, to throw off the chains of mortality and find eternal undeath. The memory of Tar Baffin and his deeds faded, and the shadow of a new, far more terrifying evil fell upon Avestan. When the commander butchered the defiant Crusaders in 𝐸, it did not go unnoticed. The Knights of 𝐂𝐚 called upon every Galarian nation to join them in a shining crusade against the new threat, but few rulers answered the summons. Memories of that horrific massacre were still too fresh in their minds. As the leader of the Crusades, the commander won their loyalty and obedience. Even in the Crusades' darkest hours, the commander found ways to restore the army's supply lines. His military acumen was beyond question. Under his leadership, the divided, poorly trained Crusader forces were reforged into an invincible army. Due to the success of the commander's diplomatic strategy, by the end of the war, Mendev's true political center was 𝐸, not Ņōsarin. After gaining the support of foreign rulers and finding allies in the capital, 𝐸 became the shining example of the new Mendev, one that was nurtured by the commander's ideas. The kingdom of noble Crusaders rotted to the core, and the commander's dark ideas took root in the minds of all. The significance and accomplishments of the Crusade were so great that even a century after the end of the war, 𝐸 retained its prominence on the map of Avestan. The commander's diplomatic, military, and administrative talent turned the fortress into a key political player. After the Battle of Threshold, Queen Galfrey vanished. Some claimed they had seen her in the wastes around Iz, while others told stories of her being held against her will in the dungeons of 𝐸. The ward stones from the chain that once guarded the borders of Mendev were carefully disassembled, one by one. The angels that had been trapped inside returned to heaven to heal their wounded spirits and prepare for new battles against evil. The Lady in Shadow found a way to benefit from the situation. By magnanimously accepting the warriors from the destroyed armies of Baphomet and Discari, she significantly bolstered the might of the Midnight Isles. Few realized that the commander had effectively foiled Nocticulus's plans with his decision to keep the passage between the Abyss and Golarion open. The Lady in Shadow began preparing her defenses in secret. She knew that sooner or later, invaders would appear in her realm, and it mattered not whether they would be demons or mortals. Baphomet was too cunning for his own good and died his final death. Rumors say that upon hearing of Baphomet's demise, Asmodeus permitted himself a satisfied chuckle that shook the halls of hell. The demon lord Discari died his final death, and his cult perished with him. His followers and demonic minions entered the service of Discari's sire, Pazuzu. Whether Pazuzu's terrifying rage stemmed from his offspring's demise or from his failure, none can tell. Having rediscovered his own story, the storyteller renounced his fragile body to ascend to Pharasma's palace and become her usher. From that day onward, he took great care of the stories of all the souls that arrived at the court of the Lady of Graves. There, in the halls of the Lady of Graves, the storyteller met the one who'd been waiting for him, Kinney, thief of secrets, Ereshkigal's prisoner, old friend, and well-meaning traitor. And never was there a reunion more treasured. Finian, a Pathfinder who also happened to be a talking weapon, continued his travels in the hands of many warriors, seasoned and otherwise. Throughout the following centuries, he was lost in battle on a number of occasions, only to be found again in some fantastical treasure room on the other side of Golarion. Camellia's euphoria at gaining semi-divine power quickly passed, giving way to irritability. Murder had once filled her with tremendous excitement, whereas now it brought her nothing but boredom, given that she was never in any danger. Unable to come to terms with her new status, she left her best friend and disappeared, losing herself among the planes of the multiverse. After the death of Horgus, the Gwyrm estate fell into disrepair. Horgus's will was never found, and all his fortune passed to Mendev's treasury. The name of the once proud Gwyrm family was quickly forgotten. Lan's ascension left him perplexed. He had intended to die in the war against the demons, but instead he was suddenly granted eternal life, and he had no idea what to do with it. After getting some advice from the commander, he made a to-do list. Go on a sea voyage, learn to read and write well, and of course, defeat a few hundred more demons just for old time's sake. Ascension was a true challenge for Ember. For years, she had rebuked the good gods for doing so little to help mortals, but now she finally understood the burden of divinity. Realizing that even her new powers were not enough to save all who suffered, she went to heaven to her grandma, the Imperial Lord Aldonleda, and asked her to be her apprentice. But she continued to visit the mortal world to aid the defenseless or to convince a villain to change their ways. Nenio turned down the chance to ascend in the commander's wake. After all, the Encyclopedia Gloronica was not yet finished. Thank God for that. Darren Aronday, who has always despised piety in all its forms, suddenly became an object of worship himself. Among followers of the rapidly growing Church of the Commander, the Count was the most popular associate of the new deity. He was the one most often pictured at the Commander's side in religious paintings and reliefs, possibly because artists found the handsome Aasimar to be one of the most appealing subjects. As for Darren himself, he solemnly swore never to answer a single prayer, and it seems he duly kept his promise. Jefto gladly accepted his semi-divine powers, since as he told anyone who would listen, he deserved them. When he had to, he followed his chief everywhere, and whenever he had a spare minute, he descended to Golarion to steal whatever caught his eye, free a random tiefling from prison, or hide stolen property in one of his many stashes throughout Golarion. Acquiring incredible power did not change Reginald 𝐿𝐺 in any way. He had already been working to a 500-year plan for the fight against chaos and smoothly switched to devising a plan to definitely solve the problem of the Abyss. Even devils respected his assiduousness. Reginald in turn found the discipline in the ranks of Hell to be somewhat lacking. Upon gaining semi-divine powers, Greyboar lost interest in the assassin's craft. There were too few opponents worthy of his skill. He became the patron of mortals who respected and honored the law of the streets. The cult known as the Backstreet Wardens formed under his patronage and consisted of thieves, bandits, murderers, and other dregs of society, but they all shared an understanding, a code. On occasion, Greyboar himself enjoyed a nighttime stroll through the city in the guise of an ordinary mortal, just to remind the lowlifes that reputation carries more weight than coin. For the longest time, the ascended succubus could not bring herself to set foot in Elysium. She felt as though she would defile it with her presence. 𝐿𝐺 mustered the courage to appear before Desna only after the goddess sent her a prophetic dream. No one knows what the former demon discussed with the goddess, but after that meeting, 𝐿𝐺 would often descend to the material plane where, as an unseen angel, she would keep watch over mortals, keeping those who had gone astray to find redemption.
And what of me, the writer of these words? The half-demon witch known as the architect of the world wound. I gained more than I could have hoped. I achieved my purpose. I've vanquished death. Untold might and all eternity lie ahead. How should I spend that eternity? I have not yet decided. But I know, from experience, I know that every moment is priceless if it is spent with the one who matters most to you.
Hey, Mark Jackson, how you doing, buddy? I know, where were Jaime Lannister's deeds?
I have recounted the story of my life for you, Pharasma, Lady of Graves. Not only of my life, but of the Commander's also. I believe the tale of such an illustrious figure would pique even a goddess's curiosity. I have come here to say that he and I are no longer in your power. This is the last, most significant result of my transformation experiment.
He is no longer within my power. This is true. Divinity has given him the right to decide his own fate. But you entered my boneyard to bring me these tidings. And it is within my power to unmake you, destroy you, and erase you from the cosmos. I wonder, did he anticipate such an outcome? Did he purposefully choose you to be his emissary?
Oh, shit. You know what? I'm going to intervene.
I have relayed my message. Farewell, Lady of Graves. We will not meet again.
Their combined power has grown immensely, enough to almost rival my own. So be it.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah. That was fantastic. I'm glad that I went through all the extra hoops and shit. Sorry, I'm running out of juice and going on, what, 3 hours? No, knowing that I was only going to ever probably stream this game one time, and knowing that there was a secret ending, I was like, yeah, we're going to do that on stream. That is going to be the run that we do for the channel. So that was a lot of work. Oh my God, was it a lot of work. Let's pull up Steam and 247.6 hours. So almost 250 hours. Now, granted, some of that was me playing other characters just to kind of get a feel for what we wanted to do. But yeah, this is the longest RPG I've ever played in my life. No, it's all good, Mark. Don't worry about it. And now we've seen it. We got to do it. We did the Lich path. I mean, playing a truly like evil character was tough, because that's not typically what I play. But again, knowing I was going to do this once, let's swing for the fences and just, okay, let's be the Lich and let's go for the secret ending. So that is a great idea. Let's do that. So click in here. Okay, so Ascension 2.2%. So yeah. And you managed to spark doubt in Arilu's darkest heart and made her care for you. So 2.6% of players achieved that, but 0.4 didn't get Ascension. So they had not done everything that they needed to do to actually get to this point. So you help the storyteller regain his lost memories. Only 2% of players have gotten that. That's insane. So yeah, so crazy. But if you want a game that will hold your time, here it is. And keep in mind that the first DLC hasn't even dropped yet. And so I will probably be exploring that on my own. Now, if there's something interesting in a DLC, I might stream that part. I probably won't be doing another playthrough. Or if I did, I would just not worry about the secret ending kind of thing and just go for something different. Obviously, I'd play a different mythic path and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm sure we'll see more of Wrath of the Righteous on the channel, just with the DLCs and stuff like that. But this is pretty badass. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out. And now hopefully you realize why I wanted to do this as a live stream. I didn't know how long it was going to take, which is why there's a question mark in the title. Because if it was going to take like 6 or 7 hours, I wasn't, you know, if I hit the 4-hour mark and it didn't look like we were close, I would have just, you know, streamed it, the rest of it on Wednesday or something like that. But I am so glad that we were able to get this all in one final stream. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming and hanging out with me as we went through this journey. And I know that for some of you, this kind of game isn't your thing. But the fact that you guys come and hang out with me while I play it is pretty awesome. And I want to thank you guys for that. So I think with that, I'm just going to wrap it up. I mean, we're done here. And yeah, that was a fantastic, fun run. Definitely trying at times, especially with the Lucian era and the moving city. That was such a pain in the ass. But yeah, in the end, seeing that was worth it. So thank you guys so much. And until next time, I'll be streaming Monday night, by the way, Skyrim, 6 p.m. Central Time. Come back. Until next time, you take care of yourselves out there. This is Draco Invictus saying this has been the best day in my life. See ya.